Never in a million years did I think that I'd scam people. On accident. So basically, back when I was in high school, I was a marching band, and every year our school stadium hosted marching band competitions. There were various jobs that you can sign up for during the competition, and I signed up to work at the concession stands. If you don't know what a concession stand is, it's basically where you'd go and buy food and drinks for football games, marching band competitions, or whatever the stadium is offering for entertainment at the time. I'm unsure for the reason, but our stadium made you buy tickets, and you would use these tickets to purchase food at the concession stand. I'm not sure why we couldn't just use actual money because I've been to other schools' stadiums for competitions and you used real money. So I don't know. So there was this little table that was right next to the concession stands where you would line up and you would exchange money for tickets. And then you would move over to the concession stand line and you would purchase things with tickets. So like a sandwich was 7 tickets, a drink would be like 2 tickets, nachos would be 4 tickets. I can't remember on the top of my head what was the exchange rate, like how much money was in a ticket. I don't really remember. All I remember is that like they would ask for these items, you would add up how many tickets that was in your head, and then you would ask for that many tickets, then you would count them, and then you would give them the food, and you were done. Now, I signed up for a 5-hour work session because these work hours were transferred to community service hours that I would use for a different club that I was in. And I wanted this kind of experience because like I never had a job before, and so I thought it would be really like handy to learn how to do customer service, which I learned that I'm pretty good at. Technically. Minus the scamming part. Now for some reason, a lot of items were around 7 tickets. So if we pull up at math times tables of 7, it goes from 7, 14, 21, 28. Nothing that crazy, right? Easy numbers. Well, for some reason, I decided, my little brain was like, hey, hold on, what if we actually just completely remove the number 21 and we do 7, 14, 28? Yeah, let's do that. And you know what? And let's not do that from the very beginning. Let's do that like 2 hours in and only do that for like 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, let's do that. While I was working, it was crazy packed. Like, I'm talking like we went through thousands and thousands of people. It was like an extremely big competition. There were so many people, and there were a lot of times where they would ask what they wanted, and then I would be like, oh, it's this many tickets. And then they would look at me kind of weirdly, and they would be like, oh, okay, because I had such a big smile. Like, think of the most customer service type of person that you can trust your whole life with. That's how I acted. Even though you should not have trusted me. They would look at me kind of weird in my head. I'd be like, why are they like questioning the amount of tickets it is, because it's that amount of tickets. And so it wasn't until it was a couple hours of me doing that I was restocking one of the items, and it just hit me where I was like, wait a minute. It doesn't go from 14 to 28. That does not make sense. Like, I'm missing something, And so I busted out my fingers and I started counting, and I realized I completely missed the number 21. And then it hit me like my heart dropped where I was like, oh my gosh. That's why everyone was looking at me weird. I was like, I scammed so. I was like, how much money was that? I don't even remember anymore. And I'm so glad I did not get caught. Oh my, how embarrassing that would have been? Like, I didn't tell a single soul, not until right now. Now you all know, but no one knew because I was like, no one can know that I messed up my times table. How could I mess that up? Is this when I say that I'm dyslexic? Is this the part where I openly, is this when I say I shouldn't work with money? So yeah, basically that was a really bad time. I learned my lesson. I triple check everything now. I did the concession stand a year later, and I didn't make any mistakes, as far as I know. And any formal jobs that I had after that, like actual jobs, I always triple check my work because I easily make mistakes. Which anyone could do that, but probably not as much as I did. So anyways, yeah, that's the time that I accidentally scammed people. But hey, at least they got their sandwich. So yeah, that was a fun experience. That was a life lesson, big time. And maybe I need to relearn my times tables. It's been a minute. You know, do I know them now? Who knows? Anyways, if you stay till the end, I appreciate you. And if you would like to subscribe, like, leave a comment, it helps push the video out there because YouTube algorithm hates me. It basically, it's a little rough out here. So if you would like to help, I appreciate it. But if you don't want to, that's totally fine. No pressure at all. But yeah, that's all for me. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope you stay tuned for next time when I tell you another crazy story. Anyways, bye-bye.